Okay, so lab is ready. Let me log in here. Okay, guys, so let me share my screen. You guys are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. How are you, Nasar, today? You fine?
Yeah,
Madan?
everything is okay.
Yes, sir, I'm good.
Okay,
And
good. Mawaika, from which country you are?
From Togo, West Africa.
West Africa. Okay, good. How is the temperature there? All good?
Yeah, everything is okay here.
Okay. It's a summer or winter or normal, like evergreen season?
Normal. We are at 3:30. 3:30
Okay,
p.m.
okay. Good. All right, guys. So let me start the session. So till yesterday, we have done discussion about, where is my ebook? Let me, we try to discuss about, so let's see, Control V. Hey, why it's coming again, same thing. Copy, paste. Okay. So we were doing the discussion about the interface, right? And in this interface, we understand about the VLANs, how inter-VLAN routing can be done. Okay. How the VLAN is going to be configured, how aggregate interface can be configured, how redundant interface can be configured, right? Also, we have to understand about the zone, and also we have to understand about the virtual wire. Hardware switch, software switch is not like the kind of the learning for the FortiGate firewall, but we'll understand what is the use of the hardware and software switch in this case of the FortiGate firewall if you want to use that. But most important that another two concept is the zone, why it is going to use in the zone in the FortiGate firewall, and what is the virtual wire pair, and why we are going to use that virtual wire pair. So first concept we are going to understand about the virtual wire pair. What is the special use for the virtual wire pair? So let me go here and close this, and I'll just wipe this complete firewall. Okay, there is no configuration. I'll just restart this firewall and I'll try to log in from very scratch. And we have two PCs, and we'll see what is the concept of the virtual wire pair and what is the special uses of the virtual wire pair. So let me go here, log in it. If I go in this, so let me see. Okay. So I have again username, admin. Do you require password? Answer is no. I'll click enter. I'll use again new password. I'll confirm the new password and I'm in the firewall. So if I run the source system interface info, you have this IP address 192.168.1.26. So I'll simply copy this IP address and I'll go in my browser. You guys can log in from this management PC, but here I can go in the browser and I'll simply go and process to paste it. So now I have the admin username and password. So we are inside of the firewall and I can put later, let us say I will do the later configuration, means hostname and setting and all. So we are good till here without any problem. Now first we have to understand what is the virtual wire and why we are going to use this virtual wire pair. So in book, if you're going to understand, probably it is very difficult to understand, but I'll give the layman example in the real time scenarios. You are going to easily understand what is the use case of the virtual wire pair. So in this section, you can see that virtual wire pair, VWP, is an interface that act like as a virtual wire consisting of two interface. The most important thing, guys, A virtual wire pair, VWP, is an interface that acts like a virtual wire consisting of two interfaces with an interface at each of the wire, right? No IP addressing is going to be required to configure on the virtual wire pair, and communication is going to restricted between the two interfaces using the firewall policy. If you want to see the more information, just go and click on this particular page. So here we have the more information about the virtual wire, right? So in this particular definition, they are talking about, you can see that this is your internal network and this is your FortiGate firewall. And sorry, this is your external network or might be internal network. And this is your internal network, which is going to connect to the firewall. And how this virtual firewall is going to, means virtual wire is going to come in a picture, and how the configuration is going to happen, that also it has been explained. But let me read it in detail, understanding what is written here, and then I'll make my own statement how it is going to work for the real-time scenario. So it is written here, a virtual wire pair consists of two interfaces, do not have IP addressing. First thing means if I want to configure the virtual wire, only required two interface, and both interface doesn't require any IP addressing. This is the first thing, okay? And they are treated like the transparent interface, means transparent mode. That's the most important thing. What does mean transparent mode? What is the transparent interface? And all traffic received by the one interface in the virtual wire pair can be only forwarded to another interface provided in the virtual wire pair in the firewall policy that is going to be allowed. So a lot of things are written, but let's understand how it is going to happen. So let's think about this is my one router. Okay. This have this interface, this have this interface.
Sir, hello.
Yes.
Means just for bit understanding, like you are talking, there are two physical cable connected uh, between firewall to router, and both are logically combined as a virtual cable, right?
Exactly. Very
Okay,
nice
okay.
understanding. Yeah,
And
right.
also no need to IP.
Yes, yes, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. No need to. Nashad? Hello, hello, hello. Nashad, am I audible, guys? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Nashad, you lost. Hello, hello. Okay, guys. So Nashad might be have the internet connection issue. So virtual wire pair is, let's suppose we have the two different devices. These two devices are going to connect between this to this. When I'm going to connect, actually they are going to belong in the same network. Same network means you can see here I have the 10.10.0 subnet. Here also I have the 10.10.0 subnet. But these two devices are not directly connected. In between these two devices, we have one of the firewall, that is the FortiGate firewall. So one cable is going to terminate here, another cable from here to is going to terminate here, and based on that, physical connectivity has been done. But if I am the engineer and if I want to check something from this router to this gateway, any routing I want to check. So for me, it is going to look like I'm directly connected to this router as a single cable. What it is going to look like? It is going to directly connect as a single cable. Means this device is work as a transparent mode. Means you cannot see this device is in between the cables. Physically, it is in between the cable, but when you just check the routing, it will always show the next hop as this router. So let's suppose, let me give an example. Let's suppose I'm going to run the BGP, means OSPF between these two routers. So OSPF is going to receive this network. I'm going to advertise in the OSPF. And when it is going to reach on this router, so what is my network is going to look like? So it is going to show that 192.168.10.0/24 learning via the OSPF route. Next hop is 10.10.10.2. This is my next hope. So you are going to understand I am directly getting a route from this particular router, but in between we have the firewall. That is also true. In between we have the firewall, but we are getting a route from this particular router. But technically, this device is acting as a transparent mode. Okay. So logically, how these two interfaces are going to club together by using the virtual wire, and they are going to create a virtual tunnel in between that. And based on that, they are going to allow the communication. So why this virtual wire is going to require this? Like most question, why this virtual wire pair? Any answer anyone know about that? Mavavika, Nosad, Pradeep, Madan, anyone else? Why this virtual wire pair? Any benefits you know that? What is the real scenario to use this virtual wire pair? No idea, right?
Maybe it is backbone connectivity between router to firewall, so uh, no need to port down. That's why logical configure. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good guess. Okay.
Uh,
Mava,
and
you know anything about that virtual wire pair? No? Madan, you know that?
yes, sir. No need to use the any protocol use.
No need to any protocol use. What else benefits? You learn, na?
Yes,
What
sir.
are the real-time benefits we have in the virtual pair wire? You learn in the Palo Alto, I believe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
FortiGate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, I speak in Hindi.
Yes, please speak in
ओके
Hindi.
ओके अगर मैंने इसलिए यूज कर रहा हूँ कि मैं अगला मान लो राउटर ए से बी तक मेरा ट्रैफिक जाता है, बीच में मेरा फायरवॉल है, बट वो ऐसे ही काम करेगा जैसे रियल में फायरवॉल करेगा, बट वो एज ए ट्रांसपोर्ट काम करेगा क्योंकि उसके बीच में फायरवॉल है। वो सब जो फायरवॉल काम करती है उस पर आप ट्रैफिक को अलाउ करना है, डिनाई करना, वो सब कर सकते हैं, इसके लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, लेकिन इन दोनों साइड को पता भी नहीं लगेगा इनके बीच में एक फायरवॉल काम कर रही है।
Right. So what is the real-time use case? What is the real-time use case? We have done discussion, right?
हाँ, ये इसका हम ट्रैफिक को हम मॉनिटरिंग कर
नहीं, वो तो
सकते
हम
हैं।
firewall से we can do that. There is a lot of firewall we can do that. But what is the use case? Where we use, which situation we use this virtual wire pair solution?
ओके, एक साइड मीन्स क्लाइंट है, एक साइड मीन्स आईएसपी है, वो दोनों नहीं चाहते कि मेरे एंड पे फायरवॉल लगे, और तो आप बीच में लगा सकते हो।
Not firewall is not right. Very close. So what is the use case? Let's suppose you have one ISP, okay? This is the internet provider, that is ISP. And this is your company. In this company, you have the LAN network. Can you terminate one of the router here? Just think of this router. Behind the router, we have the switch. Switch is connected here and a lot of clients are connected here. Right? So we have this circuit, and in this topology, there is no firewall. Right? So if I don't have the firewall, so any communication I'm doing that communication are all on the risk. Means communication is on risk, means any traffic I'm sending on the internet, that is going to be compromised, that is going to be hacked by the hackers, which are man in the middle. So that is going to create a problem. And in this interface, because it's the internet link, we have the public IP address. And this might be, we have the 122.16.10.2. And here also we have the public IP address, right? Public IP address. And this time we have the 122.16.10.1/20/30, just think about, right? 2 IP we have taken from the ISP. Now, just think, your management has been done a decision and they want to apply the firewall in between ISP and your company network. It could be the LAN also, but there might be some kind of the acquisition, merging. You have the different company, you have a different WAN provider, you want to do the combination, you want to do the POC as well, right? proof of concept, and you want to just verify how the FortiGate or Palo Alto firewall is going to inspect real-time traffic without doing any network changes. So in that case, you can deploy the FortiGate firewall or Palo Alto firewall in the transparent mode that is known as the virtual wire, virtual pair wire called in the virtual wire we called in the Palo Alto, and virtual pair wire we call it in the FortiGate. The same meaning is there. Both have the same meaning. So I can apply the firewall in between, but this firewall will going to work as a transparent mode. And in this firewall, most important, no routing is going to be required and no switching is going to be required. Means you cannot assign any IP address, no any VLANs, nothing you can do that. But still any communication is happening from this user to any destination, you can inspect all the traffic on this firewall. Especially it's used for the POC, proof of concept, if I want to do that. So I can use the same all kind of the concept here. Based on the concept, I can create the policy based on the source and destination. I can update my URL filtering. I can update my any kind of the content filtering, SSL inspection, any kind of other kind of the user ID integration. Everything is going to be done except routing and switching. And that's why we know as the virtual pair wire configuration. Is it clear to everyone? You guys understand why we use the virtual wire? No, sir.
No, sir. Please, can you speak Hindi in little bit?
Okay. Mamaika, you understand or you also not understand? Pradeep, what about you? Pradeep? Pradeep is on mute. So what I'm trying to say, Nazad, step by step you understand in English only. Let's suppose you have the LAN network. You understand this one? LAN network, right? Nazad,
Yes, yes.
this is your WAN network.
Yes, sir.
This is your LAN network. This is your WAN network, right? You want to
Right.
integrate some connectivity from your router to the ISP. Okay.
Okay.
So you required some IP address. That public IP address I have defined here. Clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
So in this situation, we don't have any firewall. Just forget about there is a firewall. So any communication I'm doing from LAN to WAN, will it going to secure or non-secure? There is no firewall.
Non-secure.
Means non-secure, sir.
Not secure, right? So the
Yes.
traffic is not secure. So let's suppose you want to secure your traffic, but you have one condition, you not change this IP address, which is configured from the ISP router on your router. Then how it is possible? So we have solution that is known as a virtual pair wire. By connecting any firewall between the ISP and my LAN network, you can connect the cable from the switch to router, means the firewall to the router and firewall to the ISP network. And in this situation, any traffic is going to process by the firewall. They can do all kind of the inspections. Means if you want to do the security policy check, it can do that. You want to do URL filtering, it can do that. If you want to do any kind of the SSL inspection, it can be do that. But only what they cannot do that is a routing is not possible, switching is not possible. You understand till
Okay.
here or still not
Okay.
understand?
Okay. No, no, no. Understood. Understood.
Okay.
Between ASP or
Your voice is a lot of breaking.
logically,
Your voice is breaking, Nasad.
actually, in Mumbai, very heavy raining, sir, and also
Okay.
lighting.
Okay. Got it,
Maybe
got it. No worry. So you understand that's a good thing. Now let's see how it is going to do in the labs. Okay. So in
okay.
lab section,
Okay.
let me. Okay.
No, but my thinking like firewall just like logical work यहाँ पे मतलब in between ISP to router
Yes.
firewall
It's a
just logical
logical
work.
inspection. A policy, logical, everything is good,
हाँ,
right? Except
but
routing and switching.
yeah, but when we use virtual wire, so you are talking no need to routing configuration and switching like that. बट मतलब सिंपली फायरवॉल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन किए हैं कि वो लोग के बीच में कोई ऐसा नॉन ट्रैफिक या कोई मतलब नेटवर्क को
Go
कुछ
ahead, go
हार्मफुल
ahead, go
होना
ahead. Go try to explain, guys. Try to explain. Yes, you have to explain in English only. Your punishment, right? You have to learn English as well.
ओके
So
ओके
no
ओके
routing, no switching,
हाँ
but
नो नीड
logical.
टू राउटिंग एंड स्विचिंग बिकॉज ऑफ वी virtual wire interface means firewall will not support in that scenario routing and switching only for logically work and security purpose and monitoring also means a packet between source to destination like network to ISP side.
Hmm.
It is right, sir?
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So now let's move in the next section. So in this particular scenario, right? If you see that we have this firewall, this router also we have this VPC also have. So let me just do the basic configuration. So I'll go in the VPC and I'll go in this VPC also. So let me configure the IP on this VPC. How the IP is going done? So this IP is 172.16.10.2 and gateway would be 10.1. So let me configure here. So IP 172.16.10.2/24 and what is gateway? 172.16.10.1 and it is done. Simple test PC we have from the CLI. Show IP. If you run this command, you'll get this IP address and the gateway address. Now go in the VPC2. In VPC2, I have to give the 192.168.10.2 gateway is this and /24. So I'll go here and 192.168.10.2/24, 192.168.10.1 done. So if you check here, show IP, this has been also done. What next? The next is on the router. Let me go on the router. Router also we have to do a little bit configuration. So I'll go in the router. I'll change the host name as R1. My first interface Ethernet 0 by 0 and 0 by 1. So Ethernet 0 by 0, I have to assign this IP 10.10.10.1. So Ethernet 0 by 0. Please ask me if you're not understanding anything. Okay. I'm doing the step-by-step configuration. It's very easy. Just assignment of the IP address and I'll put the no shut. Okay. Now I will go on this interface Ethernet 0 by 1 and I'll assign the IP address 172.16.10.1. So Ethernet 0 by 1 IP address 172.16.10.1 255.255.255.0. When I repeat no shut, do right. This has been also done. So basic IP assignment on done this side. Let me go on the R2 now and I will do the same kind of work. 10.10.2 on this interface and 192.168.10.1 on this interface. So let me go on the R2 side again. And I'll go in the R2. Here I'll go in the configuration and interface Ethernet 0 by 0 IP address 10.10.10.2 255.255.255.0 no shut interface Ethernet 0 by 1 IP address 192.168.10.1 slash 255.255.255.0 no shut and done. Let me change the host name as well. Host name R2 do right. This has been done. So if I check the show IP interface brief, you can see this is the IP address. They are up and working. If I also check the IP address on the R1, this is the IP address and they must be all in working. Now let me just go on the VPC1 and check whether I have to reachable to this address and this address or not. Okay. So I have some questions to you as well, especially for the NOSAL. If I'm going to ping the gateway, will it work or not? Nosad? From this PC, if I ping to gateway, will it work or not?
Not work, sir.
Why?
It will work.
Nasad, basic thing. It will work, na? Gateway. Directly connected.
No, 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 no.
Interface.
Oh, yeah. Means towards LAN side, yes, yes, yes. No, 10.3 means WAN side is not work.
Okay. Pradeep, you getting me? Mavaika, thank you so much for your answer.
Yeah,
Pradeep?
yeah. I'm listening.
Okay. Pradeep, you there? Why not he is speaking? I don't know. So we are able to ping. Now the next question is, if I want to ping from this PC to this IP address, will it work or not?
It won't.
Not work, sir.
It won't.
Hmm?
It won't work.
This IP address.
Not work.
Madan,
Work, sir.
very confident, right? Madan saying work, but you
Yes.
both are saying not work, right? So let me see you whether it is going to work or not. Yesterday, Nasad, you were struggling for the connected route, right? So let's understand the
Yes.
concept. Sorry, I pinged the wrong IP address. I should ping the 1, right? Not 2. 1, right?
Yeah.
Say it is working.
Oh.
Why? Why it is working? I didn't do any configuration.
Both IP address in same routing table.
And which routing protocol they have?
Direct connected.
Yes. So Nasad, you get that? So you can see
Yes,
that
yes.
routing table have the both route, right? And these are the directly connected.
That's why pinging. Okay, yes.
Sorry. I checked the wrong IP. So you got the connected route information right here. So we are able to ping here. See, this is connected, this is connected. You understand? Nasad and Mavaika, both you
Yes,
understand?
yes, sir.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now, if I'm pinging to this network, why it is not pinging? Why it is not pinging? Dot 2, dot 1 is pinging, but dot 2 is also a directly connected network. See, this is also directly connected. It's in same subnet, right? /24. This should also ping. So why it is not pinging?
Sir, can you see the diagram? Yeah.
Yes, this is diagram. So now what I'm doing, see, let me summarize. I'm pinging from this to this, able to ping. This also ping, but I'm trying to ping this IP address. They're also in the same network as a connected route. So ideally should ping, but why it is not pinging?
It's not directly connected. And moreover, there is a FortiGate between the two routers.
This switch, right?
Yeah, the FortiGate. It's not configured.
Not configured. Okay, so let me configure, then I'll come to these questions again, okay?
Okay.
So even if I try to ping, let me from here to here. Nasa, this is a very interesting question, okay, for you only. And Mavaika,
Okay.
you understand also, okay? So let me configure the virtual wire and then we understand whether. So right now, even from the not this PC, even I am going to try to ping from router to this interface, it is not going to ping. Let me show, because we not configure any firewall. It's a single connected cable. So if I am going to ping my self interface IP address, it is pingable, but the peer IP, it is not pingable. See, so I have to make first reachability from here to here and vice versa. Okay. So we have to configuration virtual wire. Then only I can ping from R2 to R1 10 IP address and R2 to R1 to R2 10.2 IP address. So how virtual wire is going to be configured? So let me go here. First admin. Password is admin. And let me go here and configure. So now again I have to do the another type of the interface configuration, that is for the virtual wire. So just go in the network interface and create the interface, and we have the virtual wire pair. You can see?
Yeah.
So you just have to click on it and you have to define here vWire pair interface. So we can just put a vWire pair. And what is the interface is going to be in same pair? Only two interfaces is going to require. So what is that interface? The port 2 and port 3.
2 and 3, yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir, yes, 2 and 3.
2 and 3. So we are good here. Close. Wildcard VLAN, nothing is required. Your job has been done. That's all. Your job has been done. But still I created this virtual wire. Let me see, able to ping or not. So let me try it. Still I'm not able to ping from 10 to 10.10.1 to 10.10.2 and 10.10.2 to 10.10.1 means still something is missing. So what is that missing? So this is the first thing. You have to create the virtual wire, and in this virtual wire we just added two interfaces. My job has not been completed. I have to go in the security policy. And you can see once you configure this virtual wire, we have the special interface policy available. If you're not going to configure, this is not going to show here. So I have to go here and I have to create the policy to allow the communication from 10 to 10.10.1 to 10.10.2. Then it is going to work. So let me go here.
सर वेट सर जब भी आपने ये स्टार्ट किया कॉन्फ़िगरेशन करने के लिए देन इट विल शोइंग दिस टैब
No, it will not show. If I just, it will only show once you create the interface. If not interface
Okay,
created,
then it
this
will
policy,
show.
yes, then only it will show. If I
Okay,
create
okay,
the
okay.
virtual wire pair, then policy is going to be activated. If no virtual wire, this policy will always hide policy.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So let me create here vWire policy. And in this case, you can see the port has been mapped 2 to 3. Okay, virtual wire. Now it is asking from which source to which destination I want to make the communication. So for timing, I want to make 10, 10, 10.10, say 10.10.2, right? Is it correct? Make sense?
Yes,
So
yes,
let's
yes.
do that. So I'll just go here and I'll just, I can create the new subnet here or new address basically. I can, let me create the whole subnet. Okay. So subnet name is the 10.10.10 subnet. Okay, I'll just put this one. And here I'll put the entire subnet information. So anything coming 10.10.10.0/24, it is going to be allowed. So this has been created. So what I'm going to say that any source coming from 10. So I'll add it, any subnet coming from 10 and going to destination 10 also, it is going to allow. Any services, it is going to be allowed. Okay. The action is accepted. Inspection mode flow based, NAT is not going to require. So I disable it. Other thing is not required. I'll just enable the policy, click OK. So I have just created one policy here. That is a vWire policy. In this policy, I'm saying that if 10.10.10 subnet is coming and going to 10.10 only, I am going to accept the policy, means allow the communication and should work. Okay.
Okay.
So now let me do the ping and let's see whether it's working or not. See, I'm able to ping USC from R1 to R2 and R2 to R1. So now means firewall will start allowing the ping communication. Is it clear till here? Nashad, Madan, Pradeep,
Yes,
now
yes.
clear? Now
Yes.
I'm going to again the same question. So now I make the reachability, firewall is configured. Now if I ping from this PC to this address, will it going to work or not?
It will.
It will?
Yeah.
It will. Okay, let me check. Not working. What else we are missing? Just think about, guys. Just think logically. We can think about the policy. We can think about the routing. What all are missing? I just want to make your concept very clear in the troubleshooting point of view also. Why it is not working? What is my packet here? What is my source IP address? What is my source IP address?
Sir, maybe between both router we are using 10 fridge and LAN side using B fridge. That's why both are not able to work.
What is my source IP address? What is destination IP address? Is it correct? Source destination. So when I initiate the
Yes.
packet, where the first packet is going to there land? Where the packet is going to land? The first packet. It's a gateway address.
Yes.
It is going to address in the gateway, no? That is 172.16.10.1.
1.
Then it will check what is the routing, right? For which address? 10.10.2. It will check the routing. So routing will
Yes.
show as a connected route is there. It is route available, na? Connected route in this particular router. Nausad, Mavavika, Madan, is it right? We see that.
Yes, yes, sir.
Let me show you guys. So if I check the routing for 10.10.2, it is going to show in the connected route. Let me show you. Show IP route. 10.10.10.2. You see, this is directly connected route. Clear? So now the packet is going to be forward to this interface via firewall to this. Make sense? So firewall will what check? It will check policy or not?
Yes, sir. It will check policy.
So in current policy, what we allowed? Which source, which destination we allowed?
10 only.
Only 10.
Yes.
Source also and destination also only we allow the 10. So this could be the
Yeah.
one region that's not working. So we allow this address as well.
No.
Why you not allow this address? Your source is going na, from the firewall. So you need to allow this address na, also in the policy.
Okay.
But in the policy configured like source and destination both are 10 series.
But we are initiating the packet from another source. Na? We are initiating the packet from this source, not 10 source. This time.
Okay.
Initiating from 172.16.10.1. 2, sorry. So will it work?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So let me go and create another policy. Okay.
Yeah.
So this time I'll create the 172 to 10 subnet policy. Okay.
Okay.
In this, what is my source IP address? That is 172. I'll create the 172 subnet here. So I'll just keep the 172 subnet. And here I'll put that 172.16 10.0/24. Click OK. So I'll select this subnet. And now destination, I'll put the what
10.
destination? 10.
10. Yeah.
Services all. Right? NAT not required.
New policy. Okay.
So we created the policy. So now should work, right?
Yeah. It should work.
Madan, what do you think? It will work or not?
No, sir. Maybe missing the routing.
Where routing missing? Where routing missing? Let me show you the working or not.
R1 routing.
So we start pinging, na? So probably, I believe I mistaken. Let me see. No, nothing is there. So let me ping it. What I'm pinging. I'm the R1 and pinging. Oh, sorry, I'm initiating from the R1. I need to initiate from the VCP, right? This one, right? This one is not pinging. Okay, we have to initiate traffic from this particular PC. So see, it is still not working. We created the policy. So now tell me, guys, why it's not working? Why it is not working now? Who is going to tell me?
Are you talking to me, sir? Sorry. I was having a call. Sorry.
Nasad, any clue why it is not working? Basic concept. Madan, you should know that.
Yes, sir. Maybe we are missing the routing.
Where we are missing the routing?
R1
we create
routing.
we create the policy. Now my packet will come from this PC. It will hit there. this wire directly connected and it will send packet via this firewall. You create the policy, it will go to this router, but still ping is not working.
ओके सर, R1 राउटर के पास तो दोनों के रूट है, बट और R2 राउटर के उसके रूट नहीं है ना R1 के पास।
किसका राउट नहीं? R1 के पास नहीं है, R2 के पास नहीं। Which route doesn't have the route?
R2 R1 के पास नहीं है ना R2 राउटिंग के R2 राउटर की।
See guys, so what is happening here? Let me conclude because you are going to not guess this. So see, these are the not part of our discussion, but I want to make sure you guys understand a little bit routing, because I keep always pushing routing is very important. It's a basic static routing concept.
Yes sir.
Okay, basic static routing concept, but I don't think basic fundamental why not clear to everyone. Okay, so just think about when the packet will come with this source to this destination, hit first to the router, right? Router will check the destination. Always routing happen based on the destination. The packet will process via this interface and firewall will check the policy. Policy say yes, everything is allowed. Then router will receive this packet. Okay. Once router will receive the packet and it have to reply, then what is going to check that? What is my source IP address now again? And what is my destination IP address from R2 point of view? Who is going to tell me what is my source IP address? When R2 is going to reply that, the packet. Source is going to happen 10.10.10.2. The destination is going to happen 172.16.10.2. So does this router have this routing information? It's a very static routing concept. And I see like people having the 10-year experience, 5-year experience, they don't have that much knowledge. The forward reverse routing concept, that's the main problem. So you always going to think about the higher level of things, but when you talk about the low level of things of the understanding with the packet level, always you're stuck that. So you always have to draw the packet, always have to think logically how my packet is processing from the forward and reverse route. So R2 will check this destination 172 and that is not available in routing table. Let me show you. Nobody talk about this. So if I'm going in the R2 and if I check on the routing table, show IP route, I don't have a 172 route here. So either I have to add the default route pointing toward this R1, or might we have to add the specific route, both will work. So let me add one of the static route, default route pointing toward the R1. Okay, so 10.10.10.1 job has been done. And now if I'm going here again, VPC1, and then try to ping again, see I'm able to ping. So route was missing on the R2, firewall having the policy. Now you guys tell me if VPC2 now try to ping this address, will it going to ping or not? 10.10.1. Now you guys tell me.
No, sir.
No sir.
Why? What is the
No,
reason?
sir. No, sir.
What is the reason?
Because yeah, same configuration need to also router to our routing.
Routing on the router 1 route, right?
Yes.
Yes sir,
On the
router 1.
router to our.
No,
Okay.
1.
Okay, let me do the router 1 configuration. Please focus. IP route 10.10.10.0.0.0.0.0 10.10.10.2 are done. Okay, you are saying it is going to ping. Let me check. I'm going to ping here. First, let me check my gateway is reachable or not. The gateway is reachable, right? Let me ping 10.10.2. That should be definitely reachable. Okay, this is also reachable. But now let's ping the 10.10.1. And let me see, you guys ask me to add the reverse route on the R1 toward the R2. And I have added this. This is my, sorry, R2, okay, R1 we added, right? Yeah, that gateway is correct. So now I'm going to ping from the VPC2 to this address. Okay, it is not pinging. Why? Tell me why. I want to know the reason. And this time I'm very much angry because I explained each and
Sir,
everything for forward
sir,
packet.
because
firewall over also need to configure policy, sir,
Yes, this
based
is
on,
what I want to listen. We created the one side policy only. Here to here,
yes,
we create the policy. We did the
yeah,
routing, but what was the reverse policy? Did we consider? No. We configured? No. So we have to configure the reverse policy as well.
correct, yes.
So we have to go here, vWire policy. We can just create a new policy. And this time I have to add a policy from 198 to 10 subnet. Okay. Let me define the source, that is 192. So I create one source here. (192) subnet 192.168.10.0/24 and destination. This is going to be 10. Okay. Services we can allow all. NAT is not going to require. And we'll click OK. This has been done. So policy has been created now. Okay. See, now if I go here again and try to ping, see, I'm able to ping. Clear, everyone?
yes,
Now I have the final question to you all. So listen carefully. From this PC, I'm able to ping this. I'm able to ping this. I'm able to ping this. Will able to ping this address or not? From this
not.
PC. And what is the issue? The routing issue or something else? I want to know.
Routing issue. Uh,
Mawayika, Nosat, Pradeep, Madan,
yes, sir.
think again, think again. Think what routing we have done here, what routing we have done here, what policy we configured here. Think again. Not go in a hurry in shortcut.
Sir, can you show me firewall policy which is you configured?
Yes, yes. Here's the firewall policy. Let's see that. I'm sure to show you. This is the firewall policy.
No, it is everything okay. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not. No idea, sir, about that.
Tell me the packets. Step by step packet. When I initiate the packet, what is my source IP address?
From which side?
Yes, this side. What is source IP address?
VPC1 side, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
172.
source IP is 172.16.10.2
And what destination?
and 192.168.10.2.
Where the first packet is going to land? What is the first ping?
Gateway of PC1 like 10.1 172.
Then what next it
16.10.1.
will check? It will what next check? What next check after gateway?
R1
What will check?
G0/0 interface.
Means it will check routing, right?
Sir,
Yes.
check the routing.
Which address? So we have routing in this R1 or not for this destination?
Not.
Why not, Madan? We configure default route. It is
Okay,
going
okay,
to allow
okay.
everything.
Okay.
Where you are in the class. So you have the default right? Routing is there,
Yes.
right? Then routing is fine. Then it will land to the firewall. What will check the firewall? Firewall, in firewall, what it will check?
Firewall check the policy, sir.
Do you have the policy between this source and this destination? This is your
No.
policy.
Firewall they check the policy, routing and NAT.
Madan, please. We are talking to the vWire, and this vWire doesn't support routing and switching. Explain na multiple times.
यस सर,
सर
गेटिंग
एक मिनट
कंफ्यूज।
सर, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ कि यहाँ पे फायरवॉल के ऊपर जो आपने पॉलिसी क्रिएट किया है, ये आपने सोर्स साइड में आईपी एड्रेस लिया है 172 का और एडवर्टाइज किया है 10 के सीरीज में।
Hmm.
सेम थिंग अनदर साइड से आपने 192 सीरीज का लिया है जिसको एडवर्टाइज किया है 10 के सीरीज में। तो ये तो कम्युनिकेशन राउटर से PC1 और PC2 दोनों कम्युनिकेशन कर रहा है, बट अगर PC1 और PC2 के बीच में कम्युनिकेशन करेंगे देन वी नीड टू ऑल्सो create one policy for
Yes, this is what
uh,
I'm trying to
for
make a
PC.
point. Firewall doesn't have the policy for
Yes,
this source and this
yes,
destination.
yeah. So need to configure again new policy between two PC on the same firewall over.
Okay, thank you so much. And I'm sorry, right? Little bit today I'm very in different mood, but you have to digest, right? Because I see you guys are required a lot of effort to understand. So I'll put the policy from 172 to 192 subnet. Madan, okay?
यस सर,
Source address, what is going to be here? 172 subnet, right? Destination 192 this time. Okay. Policy, it's a all. Leave it default, remove the NAT and click OK. So I have did the policy from 172 to 192. Let me see whether I'm able to ping or not. Let me go to the VPC1. Sorry. Where I was pinging? Okay, so I have to ping, right? I didn't check the ping, right? So 192, 168, 10 dot, what is the IP address? True, right?
True.
See, it is pinging. All right, clear?
Yes,
Now you
yes.
guys
यस
tell
सर,
me if I ping from VPC2 to VPC1, will it ping or not? Means
Not
ping.
sir,
Why?
वी नीड
because
बाय डायरेक्शनल
same
पॉलिसी।
again, yeah, same reverse configuration.
So say it is not pinging. So we have the routing, right? We have the security policy, not here. So that's why it is not pinging, right? So we have to create again a new policy. So I can just easily, I can just click double here and I'll just clone reverse. Very easy. So everything is going to reverse. I can just change the name here. Okay. And I can just put it here, policy from 192 to 172 subnet. And let me open this policy. So I created the policy. Now I have a silly questions. Even I created this policy, but ping is not working. Let me show you why it is not working this time. Who going to tell me what is the issue in this policy? Anyone tell me what is the issue in this policy?
Uh,
I'm sure
enable down side left side, in the
this
down
policy is not
side
The
enabled.
we
policy,
need to enable.
yeah, it's disabled.
Is
Yes,
disabled. Policy
yes,
is disabled. Okay.
yes
So
sir, yes
always
sir.
check this policy enable or not disable. So I'm showing everything
Yes sir, we
purposefully,
need
you guys,
to enable.
right? This is what you guys have to understand. Small things make very difference in your career. Okay. So you have to always understand very small thing in your life. Then it is going to make a big impact in your career. If you always going to think about the bigger and bigger, it will never going to give the ground reality what is happening here. Okay. So I
Yes
just
sir.
clone the policy. You can always clone the policy, but the when you're going to clone any policy, always policy is going to in disable stage. So you have to enable. If you create the new policy, it will always come with the enable stage. So let me enable it. So now my policy has been enabled, right? And if I go again here and I try to ping, it is pingable. Was session interesting today? Have you guys learned anything good thing today?
यस सर,
Yeah
वेरी
sir, today
इंटरेस्टिंग।
was, yeah, it is very interesting.
Yes, please.
यस सर, ये बहुत जरूरी है सर।
Very important, guys. So this is all about vWire, right? So what we'll do that in next session, we will discuss about the another type of the interface that is my
तो सर ये अपना जो आईएसपी के एंड से है वो तो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन नहीं किया आपने, तो वो तो कम्युनिकेशन नहीं करेगा।
Which
management PC.
this interface you talk?
Yes.
This is what like we just create this as ISP network. This is ISP network. I just show you the topology. Just create this as
Okay.
ISP network. How it is going to be where. This is just for your management. If you do the configuration, this interface have the default IP address. You can just log in from this PC. You can do the firewall configuration. So this is not actually acting as ISP. It is just acting as a your like management interface to do the configuration.
Management. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this having this IP address
We need to
192.
like
Yes, you need to do a little bit like management configuration, taking the access of the firewall. You can do via the 192.168.126. And by doing that, you can do that configuration.
okay.
So any
So real
questions?
life में virtual wire use होता है क्या?
Not really, but for the interview, it is very important. It is going to ask by the interview. But real scenario, it's just for the POC concept.
Okay, which is you teach I had session like.
Right, right.
Okay.
So guys, we can conclude it here today. Okay. And tomorrow, I'll discuss about zone, and then let me see how much we have so interface, we configure the VLAN, loopback is like very simple. Let me create the one loopback for you. Loopback is like any loopback you want to create. So how you can create the loopback? So virtual interface. So I can create test loopback here. It's like any router switch, you create the loopback, right? Type you can just select as a like VLAN, or might be the loopback. Means definitely we are creating loopback, so we have to select the loopback interface this time, and just you can select as a undefined, or might be LAN management one, what we can do that. So leave it default, and I can give the any IP address a loopback. Let's suppose I can create 11.11.11.11/32, and I want to enable the HTTPS, SSH, and ping on this loopback. It can be done. And nothing else is going to require. Simply you just click it, the loopback is going to be created. Simply this loopback can be redistributed in the BGP, OSPF, static route. You can just make the reachability. So loopback is created in this way. So we configure the vWire. vWire is this way. In interface, we configure different zone. I have to explain what is the zone and which scenario it is going to use. But in this type, we require the aggregated interface, loopback interface, redundant interface, and VLANs. We have the all understanding. SL VPN we configure the later. We don't require the Wi-Fi SSID, right? That is not going to require here. We don't have the anything. Software switch will discuss how the switching is going to happen based on the different parameter and the all. We'll discuss later stage. But the interface point of view, we covered in each and everything. So aggregated, and if we want to see the software switch interface, simply the firmware allow the member of the interface to be added in the device configure member, and this is going to like create for the wireless point of view. So that's why it is not important for you. So if you have the wireless integration, SSID creation, you want to just maintain the software switch when you're creating the wireless network, then it is going to require. So you can ignore it. It's not the firewall concept. So that's why I'm not discussing much about it. Hardware switch, software switch is not going to require. But most important is, right, you have to know about the aggregated interface, VLANs, redundant interface, loopback interface, and zone and virtual wire pair. If you understand this all, right, we'll move to the next step, right? Let me close it and let me show you what we have to understand after that. So we have to understand next step, because we understand about dashboard interface. We have to understand zone, administrative access. We understand DNS. I explain how it is going to happen, DNS as well. And then we have to address object, also very easy. Then we move in the routing part. Once we're done with the routing part, then we go in the pure policy discussion, right? How the policy means each and everything is very detailed. Right now I'm policy talking in upper means I'm just showing the policy, how it is going to be created. But when I just come in the policy section, I'll explain each and every parameter of the policy. Means if I am creating any policy, so I should know what is my incoming, outgoing, source, schedule, flow base, NAT, IP pool configuration, preserve source
That
port.
time you will explain inspection mode like that.
Yes, definitely. Why is security profile and all? So then I'll explain each and everything. So first we'll build the good routing information, how routing is going to happen. We understand the NAT concept as well. We understand the different like the zone why I'm going to use, and then we can move to the next step. Okay. So for time being, we are good today. We can close it here, okay, and see you in the tomorrow, and we'll discuss the next step from here. All right, guys.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much, sir.